zone. RJ Merchant and Ricky Steffen still your front row. We're back to green with the modifieds here at the Dave Riley Memorial.
RJ Merchant works the bottom line. Bob Moore rubs the tires as Merchant pushes up. Merchant will lead the field into turns 3 with Ricky Steffen on the outside. Bob Moore in his tire tracks for the third spot as Merchant kicks out wide to block the 25 of Steffen. Down the front stretch, RJ Merchant leads lap 1, but Ricky Steffen right there next to him.
A lot of hugging around the bottom as Trevor Fitz trying to get the spot away from Clint Holman. He'll look to the inside. Fitz now pulls up aside Matt Bonine for position. Here we go. Fitz, the Californian, going toe-to-toe with the Red Baron into 3 and 4 this time. Fitz stays true to the low side off a turn number 4. Benefit goes to the Californian in 28.
And we got a new leader at the line. It's the 25 of Ricky the Racer, Steffen. Speed Schneider slows in turn 2.
Not another one.
Schneider's just like he...
Your race leader, the South Sioux City native, brings us back up to speed, and we're back underway here at the Dave Riley Memorial for your modifieds.
Bob Moore shoots up the middle, thinking about making it 3 wide momentarily as Ricky the Racer fights back on the outside. RJ Merchant fights to the inside of the 48 of Bob Moore. Moore continues to hold that middle groove as everybody slides up off turn 4. It's still Ricky Steffen out front.
Man, how about it? 3 wide, 2 rows deep, and they're nearly 4 wide down the front straightaway here. Modifieds putting on a show here early on at Park Jefferson as Ricky Steffen and RJ Merchant, 2 big-time veterans in this modified class here, going blow for blow, slide for slide off of turn number 4. Steffen still with the upper hand off the top shelf, but RJ Merchant going to keep him true to his word through 1 and 2 this time. Here comes Jimmy Cole into the mix and Trevor Fitz.
Jimmy Cole up to 3rd, Trevor Fitz 4th, Bob Moore rounding out your top 5 as RJ Merchant stays on the bottom, Ricky the Racer up top. It's South Sioux versus South Sioux for the top 2 spots, 22 laps remaining.
Here comes Trevor Fitz back to the inside of Jimmy Cole. That's for the 3rd spot. Now Merchant got the car upset. Here comes Cole and here comes Fitz. Let's make it a 3-car, maybe a 4-car dance up front. Meanwhile, Bob Moore and Trey Klein having it out for the 5th position. Bob Moore still has the upper hand in that exchange, and there's a lot of shuffling from about 6th and 7th on back.
Ricky Steffen and RJ Merchant continue to battle number to number down the backstretch. Merchant on the inside, Steffen on the top side. Merchant kicks her wide, leaves the lane to the outside. Is Ricky the Racer going to take it? It's still Ricky Racer, RJ Merchant 1 and 2, Jimmy Cole, Trevor Fitz 3 and 4.
Meanwhile, Trey Klein back to the low side. He'll try to sidestep Bob Moore again. Here comes Duke Erickson into the mix. Let's make it a 3-car dance for position number 5. Moore trying to go to that middle lane, and now he'll slide himself to keep the momentum. That's being defensively responsible if we're talking combat sports. As I say that, Klein got the bite on the low side that he needed, and the Schleswig, Iowa double OK now into the 5th spot. Meanwhile, RJ Merchant back to the front in car 77M.
Merchant making some headway in the 77 through turns 3 and 4 as that top side getting awful high around 3 and 4. Merchant, Steffens 1 and 2. Cole, Fitz 3 and 4. Klein rounding out your top 5 as RJ Merchant stays committed to the bottom. Ricky the Racer ripping around the top side, but as they work into turns 3 and 4, Steffens sends her deep at Merchant, committed to the bottom, kicks it wide off 4. This time by the flag stand. 11 down, 17 remain.
Just like in the Sport Mod feature, it's a game of chess right now. A lot of back and forth going on. A lot of methodic planning and strategy starting to work out here in this modified feature. And now trouble for Jimmy Cole as he got the car upset. He jumps the right rear over the berm, back onto the speedway. But the Mavericks Gentlemen's Club number 55 will give up 3 spots as Trevor Fitz able to escape and Trey Klein and Duke Erickson both get by.
The bottom side really beginning to come to life for the 77 of RJ Merchant as Ricky the Racer trying some different lines around the speedway. This time by at the start-finish line, Merchant leads 1.4 seconds over Ricky Steffen as Trevor Fitz now battling Steffens for 2nd.
Right now, 2 very definitive lines. The high lane to middle and then now down to the low side. But the top shelf benefiting Ricky Steffen. Meanwhile, RJ Merchant and Trevor Fitz, they're making some big money around the low side. Not too many takers now around the high side that we've seen the last several times around. As Trevor Fitz back to the inside, he'll keep Ricky Steffens behind him. Now Fitz up to the 2nd position. Here comes the Camarillo, California native in car 28. He's up to the silver medal spot.
RJ Merchant setting a quick pace at the front of the field, but will encounter some lap traffic here in the next couple of laps. As Fitz now finds himself in second, Steffens, Klein, and Erickson, your top 5. As the bottom line definitely coming to life as RJ Merchant puts the 31 of Chad Long a lap down.
Right now, we're 2 laps past the halfway mark as we have entered the second half of this main event. RJ Merchant trying to be slow and methodical. Meanwhile, Trevor Fitz trying to close that gap the last several times by. I believe Trevor Fitz actually a 10th quicker than RJ Merchant the last time by. Right now, Merchant at 18.533, Trevor Fitz at 18.700, so Merchant able to extend the lead, but not by much.
Everyone at the front of the field kind of working towards the bottom of the speedway except Ricky the Racer Steffen, as Merchant continues to work around the bottom of turns 3 and 4, this time by 10 laps remaining for the driver of the 77, RJ Merchant.
Meanwhile, Trey Klein, good run to the inside for the double OK out of Schleswig. That is the battle for the 3rd spot as he's able to slip by Ricky Steffen. Steffen, though, on the 25 machine, we'll see, have the tires gone away on that machine yet? He's trying to work that top shelf, catches the lip, but Klein is staying glued to the bottom of 3 and 4. A good run there for the double OK.
Last time by, Trevor Fitz picked up 0.3 of a second. The 28 car coming to life as he is definitely reeling into 77 of Merchant. As this time by the flag stand, 8 to go. Less than a second between your top 2 cars as lap traffic again set to come into play.
Yep, and lap traffic is almost double wide in front of your leaders. Braden Weller and Dan Wagner, the next 2 to go a lap down. As RJ Merchant goes to the bottom lane, Trevor Fitz going to join him down there. 7 laps to go in this one. Fitz now trying to look low again as they get around the slower car of Dan Wagner.
RJ Merchant now under heavy lap traffic. He'll pull up to the back of the 14W of Weller through turns 3 and 4 as everyone has pretty much committed down to the bottom. This time by 6 to go for RJ Merchant. RJ mentioned it a week ago in Victory Lane. They found something in that car that just seems to work, but the problem he has right now, he's in heavy lap traffic and he's got Trevor Fitz all over his push bar in 3 and 4.
Here we go, Fitz looking for an opening now. It's time to put on the pressure. Fitz, can he either roll the middle or can he force a mistake from Merchant? Merchant, he knows this track like the back of his hand. It's going to be tough to do. Merchant to the low side. He'll get around Braden Weller in the 14W. Tyler Smith, the next one on the hit list. Off at turn number 4. Witt staying there with Merchant. 4 to go. We have got a dogfight here in the modifieds. Here goes Fitz to the low side. This is for the lead. Can't get it. Merchant maintains.
Merchant kicked wide, but Fitz did not able to capitalize as Merchant having some trouble around the lap car of Tyler Smith. Fitz drives it down deep to the bottom, sends it down low. As Merchant holds on, looks like Merchant going to try to go to the outside. No, we'll cross over, try to get to the inside of the 22T of Tyler Smith. Trevor Fitz is right there as well for the race lead. As they work their way down the backstretch, Merchant having all kinds of trouble. Trevor Fitz dives it in deep. Contact with the 22 of Merchant.
Oh no!
Green flag flies.
To win it. 2-lap war to settle the score. Here we go.
Trevor Fitz leads the field into turns 1 and 2. Ricky the Racer going to send her around the top side trying to get some traction. As the field works their way down the backstretch, it's Fitz, Steffen, Klein, Erickson, and Bonine, your top 5. Trevor Fitz stays locked down to the bottom in turns 3 and 4 as the white flag will fly. One more time around for Trevor Fitz as they go 3 wide momentarily for second. As Bob Moore and Matt Bonine hook together, we got cars spinning. Turns 3 and 4. Coming around to the Tri-State Coatings restart zone. The pace picks up. Green flag flies. Back to feature racing we go. Fitz gets a great launch. He'll take the race lead into turns 1 and 2. Ricky Steffen down low to the inside of Duke Erickson for position. As Bob Morris on his way back up inside the top 5. But as they come off of turn number 4, back around to the white flag. One more time around for the 28 of Trevor Fitz. Chad Long goes around at the rear of the field, but he keeps it rolling. Will stay clean and green as Trevor Fitz one final time through turns 3 and 4. $2,056 heading back to the West Coast. West Coast is the best coast, says Trevor Fitz, the 28, picking up the feature win. Trey.
Well, all right, race fans, he is climbing up. California, they know how to party and they know how to modify. Trevor Fitz.